Hi everybody, my name is Rose. Welcome to a yoga flow with me. I hope you're all going okay. In today's yoga flow, I thought we could focus on celebration. So there's been a few things happen this year that maybe we've thought, how hard done by we are and how hard it is. And that's life really, isn't it? That happens to us all at different times. And it's sometimes our own perspective on different things. But I came across this little poem and it's just a cute little poem that really resonated with me. So I thought I'd read that before we got onto our mat and started to flow. Once upon a time, there was the simple understanding that to sing at dawn and to sing at dusk was to heal the world through joy. The birds still remember what we have forgotten. The world is meant to be celebrated. So that just made me sort of think, well, there's so many little things that happen in our days that we maybe don't notice and forget to celebrate. And when you watch, I've recently got a new puppy, and when I watch my puppy, it's like, wow, the wonder of a leaf that blows by or a noise that we just don't even notice. And it's like, what's that? It's kind of like watching a toddler and being aware of all these new amazing things. Like, wow, look at the mountain and how still it is. Look at the river and how it's flowing. Look at the leaf that's growing. Look at the blade of grass. There's so many things. And yeah, it sounds all yogic, but I kind of think it's true as well. With that, in a yoga practice, it's really nice to set an intention, but if that's not your thing, that's fine as well. An intention is just something to bring you back to the here and now. So bring you back into the present moment. We tend to always be jumping forward to thinking about where we're going or what's happening, and we seem to always be on our way somewhere. Even in our yoga practice, this pose will take me here, or this pose will take me there, or help me get deeper and stronger. What about just stopping and enjoying that pose? On our bike, we're riding to get fitter and stronger. What about just riding and enjoying what we can see? On our walks, are we walking to get to that 10,000 steps? How about we walk and enjoy each step? So I just think, let's try to do that in our practice. There's times that your mind will jump around. That's absolutely natural and normal. And when you do notice that, try to come back to the here and now. If you set yourself an intention, it could be the word celebrate. It could be to come back to your breath. It could be to come back to how your big toe is feeling. It can be anything at all. So try and set that and let that be your guide throughout your practice. So in saying that, if there's different poses I'll move through, and if they resonate with you and you want to do them, that's fine, go for it. Do them to the depth that feels right for you in that moment. If there's poses that you'd like to hang out in and I don't stay there for long enough for you, that's fine, stay there as well. And if there's other things you'd like to do along the way, as long as they're safe, that's your prerogative. All right, let's come to our mat. I think I said my mat was Rose. So you don't really need any props. If you've got a yoga mat, that's always nice and comfortable to practice on, but if you don't have one, that's fine. I've got some yoga blocks. This could be a book or anything. It just helps you with the balance pose that we'll be doing, and it can help to lengthen arms and things, but once again, you don't need to have it. It could be a drink bottle to lengthen arms or anything. A blanket is nice under the knees for kneeling or for snuggling under it again, and the cushion is always handy to sit on as well. So let's come to a seated position actually. So you can sit cross-legged how I am. You can sit any way you want. If you're sitting cross-legged, it might be nice to prop yourself up on a block or a cushion or something, just to let the knees drop down a little bit lower than the hips. But it's about finding what feels best for you. So let's close down our eyes. Lift the shoulders up towards the ears, take them back and down, and then let yourself just settle here. If you wanted to set that intention, set it. And maybe repeat the word a couple of times, if it is a single word, in your mind, to kind of lock it in and find that as your focus. Take a deliberate breath in. Let it go. Knowing that your breath is always there, and those times when we get a bit like we all do, you can always come back to your breath. Pausing, taking a moment to take your breath in, and being still before responding, if it's a conversation you're in, can really help. Let's take a big breath in, reach your arms up really big, and as you let the breath go, turn to your left. Bring your right hand across, left hand behind, lift yourself up, rotate, pause here. Take another breath in. Stay for the exhale. Next breath in, let's reach up. Turn to your right hand behind, left hand across. Lift up really tall, take another breath in. Stay for the exhale. Big breath in, reach up really big. Fold forward. So you might have hands resting on knees, you might be kneeling, sitting in a different way. Maybe this is how you fold, maybe you can fold further forward. You can use props to rest hands on as well. Arms reaching forward if you can, let your head melt. Take a breath in. Let it go. Walk the hands back towards your body. Bring the hands behind, fingers turned away from your bottom. Place the hands down. If they don't quite reach the floor, you could pop a block or a book or something underneath them. Peel the shoulders back, lift the chest. I like to keep my head neutral. If it feels okay in your neck, you're welcome to hang the neck back. Just be gentle with it though. Lift the chest up. Imagine you're squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades to squeeze them. Keep drawing the ribs down. We try not to splay the ribs out. We try and draw them down towards the top of our hips. Take another breath. And release it out. Roll the arms. Shake it out. Need to take a layer off. Getting a bit warm. Roll it out. Let's come over onto our hands and knees. Set yourself in tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees underneath hips. Take a breath in, drop your belly, lift the crown of the head and sit bones into what we call cow. And then release the breath, stretch your back to the ceiling. Breath in. And breath out. One more big breath in. Pause in your cow, gripping the mat with your hands, drawing your collarbones forward. Another breath in here. As you let it go, stretch your back up towards the ceiling, drop the crown of the head, drop the sit bones into cat. Pause here. Come back to neutral spine, right arm reaches up, take a breath. Look up towards it. As you let the breath go, sweep the right arm under the left. And again, breath in, reach up. And sweep it through. One more big breath in, reach up. Sweep it through as far as you can. Land the arm. See if you can land the shoulder and rest the right side of the face down. Left hand could stay beside your face. You might place it underneath the right side of the face for support, even in a fist. Or you could extend it forward, reaching as far forward as you can. Feeling that opening across your upper back, your right shoulder area, shoulder blade area. Getting a bit of a twist. Take one more breath in here. Stay for the exhale. Bring the left hand back if you've moved it. Sweep up on your next in-breath. Place the right hand down. Let's go to the left side. Breath in. And sweep it through. And again, breath. And through. And breath in. Sweeping it through, same option. Extend that left arm through. Rest the left side of the face down. If it's tricky to do that, remember the option of right hand underneath or extend it out. Feel that release, that opening. Letting yourself settle here. Take another breath in. Stay for the exhale. Bring the hand back if you've extended out. Breath in. Place the hand down. Let's sit our bottom back, walk our hands forward, find your child's pose. Resting your forehead down to the mat, extending the arms out in front, sitting your bottom down. You could have knees together or apart. I like to touch the big toes together and feel that connection. Take a long breath in. Let it go. Walk your hands off to the left, right hand on top, pull back into the left hip. Let the head drop through the arms. Take a long breath in. Stay for the exhale. Bring the right hand across, left hand on top. Take a breath, sink down. Feel that release, that opening right down through the side of your trunk. Another breath in. Stay. Bring the hands back to middle. Just gently lift up. We'll reach our right arm up, similar to our hands and knees, but we're down lower. Reach the right arm through, sink the bottom back, and we've come to a twisted child's pose. So we're peeking underneath our left armpit. Keep the left arm reaching out in front. Keep the right arm reaching over to the left. Focusing on a lot of twists and releases in this class today. Take one more breath here. Slowly unwind, reach the arm up, place the right hand down, lift the left hand as we breathe in, sweep the left hand underneath the right armpit, reaching as far through as you can, rest the left side of the head down, right arm extends out, and we feel that release, that letting go all around the left shoulder blade. Take another breath in. Stay for the exhale. Breath in, let's reach up. And place the hand down. Come up onto hands and knees. Let's tuck our toes and lift up to our downward facing dog. So in down dog, feet are roughly hip distance, hands are roughly shoulder distance. Let's take our dog for a slow walk. We're going to be nice to our dog and let it stop and smell all the smells. So feet roughly hip distance. Come high on the balls of the feet, sink the heels down, draw your thigh bones back, tilt your sit bones towards the sky, broaden through your upper back and rotate your upper arms in and under, push the hands forward and down, the hands are roughly shoulder distance apart. Eye gaze, if your eyes are open and looking back between your toes, really lengthen. Take another big breath in, stay for the exhale. Breath in, come high on the balls of both feet. Pivot your feet to the right. Outer blade of the right foot, inner of the left, come to the mat. Try to keep the shoulders fairly square. Even pressure in both hands. We've got a rotation through the spine. But we're trying to keep even pressure in the hands. Take another breath here. Let it go. Breath in, come up. Let's pivot towards the left. Outer blade of left, inner of right. Same, we still want the even pressure on our hands. We want the squareness of shoulders and the twist in our spine. Keep breathing through. Take another breath in. Stay for the exhale. Breath in, come up, back to our downward facing dog as we have our slow walk. High on the balls of the feet, bend knees, look to hands, make your way to the top of your mat to your forward fold, release your wrists. Hands to shins, half lift. Let it go. Sweep up, take a breath, come up. Catch your left wrist, pull up, over to the right. Breath in, come up. Catch the right, up and over to the left. Breath in through the middle, catch the left wrist. This time turn slightly to the right as you pull over and release. Breath in up through the middle, swap it over, catch the wrist, turn, pull over. Bit of a twist. Big breath in. Now we need to listen. Catch the left wrist, pull up, over to the right, and now slowly circle, taking the left wrist across to the right. We rotate down to the bottom. When you get to the bottom, swap the grab of the wrist. So we're now left holding right. Come up over to the left, holding that right wrist. Pause here. Take a breath in. Rotate round the other way. So over to the left, we've got hold of the right wrist. We get to the bottom, swap the wrist hold, come up and over to the right. And release to the middle. Big breath in. Release the hands down. Interlace, draw them down, let the shoulders open. Breath in, come up. Fold and release. Half lift. And let it go. Hands land. Step your right leg back. Drop the knee. So you could slide a blanket under your right knee here. Release the foot. Sweep up. Big breath in. Catch the hands together. Reach up Anjaneyasana. Take another breath. Hands together. Let's float them to heart center. Turn to the left. Hook your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Rotate around as much as you can. It's like we're trying to draw the front foot, the left foot back towards the right knee. Rotate, push the hands together. Another breath. And release. Reach up, big breath in. And let's fold forward. Lengthen through the back of your front leg. Nose to toes. Walk the hands forward. Walk the hands forward. Tuck the toes of the back leg. Lift the back knee. Bring the hands inside the left foot. Heel toe the left foot out a little bit. Let's let that right hip drop towards the floor. It's called a lizard lunge. Got both hands on the mat, or if that's a bit tricky and you've got blocks or another prop, you could place the hands on there. That's at any time, feel free to pull them in. So we're coming onto the outer blade of the left foot now. You might stay here like me, you might use your left hand to gently nudge that left leg out. We're keeping a nice tight contraction in our right glute, but letting the right hip drop down, opening through the front of the hip there. Another long breath in. Stay, exhale. And release. Lift the back leg slightly, heel toe the foot in, hands either side of our left foot. Right hand stays planted, left hand sweeps up, peel back, open up. Long breath in. And release. Both hands land either side of your front foot. Step your front foot back into a plank. Broaden through your upper back. Take a long breath in. Stay for the exhale. Knees or toes in this position. Another long breath. Lower all the way to the mat. When you get to the mat, release your toes. Interlace your hands. Draw them back. Let your chest lift. Eye gazes down. Zip the inner thighs together. Keep the feet down. And release. Hands beside ribs. Push up and back to your downward facing dog. Slow pedal. High on the balls of the feet, knees bend, look to hands. Make your way to the top of your mat. Release wrists. Half lift. And release. Sweep up, take a breath. Swan dive forward. Hands land, left foot steps back. Lower the knee, release toes, come up. Reach up tall, take a breath. Float the hands to heart center, palms together, thumbs touch the center of the chest, then you rotate towards your right. We're aiming to rotate and get our thumbs to line up again with the center of our chest. Left elbow hooks on the outside of right leg. Keep pushing the right leg into the left elbow and the left elbow into the right leg. Take another breath here. And release. Sweep the arms up, big breath in. Hands come down as we lengthen back. Walk the hands forward on an in-breath. Tuck the toes and lift the back knee. Bring both hands inside as we heel toe the right foot out. Let that right hip drop down. Left hip. Lizard lunge here. Option to have the right hand pushing that right knee out. Engaging through the left glutes, but letting the length happening through the front. Feeling that release. Take another breath here. Stay here. Coming back, heel toe the foot, so hands are either side of the leg. Plant the left hand down, right arm sweeps up. Peel back, open up your chest. Long breath in. And release. Both hands come down. We step our front foot back into our plank. Take a big breath in. Lower down to your Chaturanga Dandasana. Knees or toes. Back bend of your choice now. You might come high in an up dog. You might stay low in a cobra. It's whatever suits you best. Back to our downward facing dog. Pause in your down dog. Take a big breath in. Lift high on the balls of the feet. Sink the heels back down. Say it again. Breath in. And one more. And sinking down. Walk the feet a little bit closer towards the hands. Not too much, probably 1 foot length. Then lift your right hand, reach to the outside of your left leg. Might be up on the thigh, might be on the outer side of the knee or the calf, or it might be the ankle. Grab hold of whatever you can. Keep pushing in through the left hand as you rotate and look underneath your left armpit. Feel that twist and release. Take a breath. Stay here. One more. And release. Both hands down. We'll progress over to the other side in your time. Remembering to come back to that mindfulness of your breath, of your space. Keep pushing firmly into that right hand, holding on with whatever part of the leg you can with your left hand. Rotating, looking underneath the right armpits. Taking long breaths in and out. Take one more. both hands back. Come high on the balls of the feet. Look to hands and make your way to the top of your mat to your forward fold. Heel toe the feet out to at least hip distance. Let yourself hang, knees bend. See if you can place the pointer finger and middle finger around the inside of your thumb. So you're pistol gripping not your thumb, the big toes, pistol gripping. Anchor on, fold your body, let the elbows come out to the side, lift your hips, let the crown of the head hang down. Give the head a bit of a shake and a nod. Getting that length. Your knees might stay bent, mine always have a bend in them, which is absolutely fine. You want this to feel like it's helping, that it's not hurting. Take another breath in. Let it out. Keep hold with your fingers. Next breath in, lift up to that half lift. And let it go, fold down. Twice more breath in, being mindful. Looking for the moments in your practice that you can celebrate. It might be your breath. It might be that you came into the pose in a way that felt not easy, but in an accepting way, and release. Release the toes. Let's bring the feet back together. Or however you're practicing, a little gap is fine. Half lift. Take a breath. And fold forward. Half lift. Hands land as you let your breath go. Step or jump. Lower down through your yoga push up. Come to your back bend. Chaturanga Dandasana. Peel back over to your downward facing dog. High on the balls of the feet. Knees bend. Look to hands. Step or jump to the top of your mat. Half lift. And release. Sweep up. 2 more rounds of Sun Cell A. Release the hands as we come down. Half lift. Step, jump back, take your yoga flow. Lowering down, scooping through and up. Peeling back. Pause. High on the balls of the feet, look to hands, step, jump. Half lift. Sweep up. Let's do another round. Step or jump. Back to the top of your mat. Heel toe your feet out. Probably to almost mat width. Bend the knees so that your hands reach the floor. And if they don't reach the floor, you could grab a prop and bring that in. Let's place right hand pretty much under chest. Left hand on lower back. Try to straighten the right arm, straighten the legs. Eye gaze is down on the hand that's on the floor. Maybe reach the left arm up. Bit of a twist. Take a big breath in. Stay here. 1 more. And release, come down. Left hand lands on the floor. Right hand comes to lower back. Bending in the knees and the left elbow. And then try to straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Eye gaze is down, extend the right arm if that feels okay. Take a breath. Stay with the exhale. Another breath. And release. Hanging down. Give the head a shake and a nod. Heel toe the feet back to your practice position. Half lift. And release. Come all the way up. Stay upright, bring your hands to your heart center. Take a moment to check in. Lift the shoulders up, take them back and down. Let the thumbs rest lightly on the center of your chest. Back to your intention. Bring your attention back to your intention. Take another big breath in. As you let it go, sit your bottom back, extend the arms forward, sink a little bit lower. Another breath, sink down. 1 more breath, fold and release. Half lift. Step, jump back, lowering down. Downward facing dog. Pause in your down dog. Lift your your right leg as long as you can. Push the hands forward into mat. Keep that right leg really long. Take a big long breath in. Float forward, bring the right knee to the right elbow. Take it up, long. Bring the right knee to the left elbow, add that twist. Take it up, long. Bring the right knee to the nose or forehead before stepping through. Finding your warrior one. Plant the back foot, Virabhadrasana, reach your arms up. Take a big breath in. Cactus your arms, stay here, drawing your elbows back, shining your heart. Engaging through the glutes, we're squaring our hips to the short end of the mat, the front end of your mat. Peel back, open the chest, big long breath in. Arms sweep really wide behind, interlace, draw the hands down, float your body forward into humble warrior, let the head hang. It's like we're gripping the floor with our mat, the mat with our feet and drawing our feet to each other. Take a big long breath in. And release, come up. Hands come to heart center, body comes forward. Let's see if we can turn and bring our left elbow to the outside of our right leg. Now when you do this, you might come onto the ball of your back foot, which is fine. Or you might even step the back foot in a little. Make an adjustment. Take a breath in. Stay the exhale. Come up nice and big. Big breath in. Reach up nice and tall. Arms reach forward and we float the back leg up to our warrior three. So if you've got blocks or something else that you can use in place, have them underneath the hands. Float the left leg up. Try and lengthen through both legs. Shine your heart. Lengthen through your spine. Eye gaze forward. Hands can be on the block or you can extend them forward. I'm staying on the block today. Take another long breath in. Then a big step back, land in your high lunge, your crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Breath in, let's straighten everything. Breath out, bend both knees, hands come to heart center. Tilt your body forward. Hook your left elbow on the outside of your right leg. Pivot and then see if you can straighten that left leg. Big long breath in and out. Another breath here. Let it go. Come back up. Your high lunge. Breath in, come up. Hands land. Either side of your front foot. Step back to your plank. Take your flow. Meeting back in our downward facing dog. Long breath in and out. Left leg, let's lift it. Long. Float forward, touch left knee to left elbow. Take it back up. With our twist, left knee to right elbow. Take it back up. Left knee to nose or forehead. Before stepping through, finding our warrior one. Virabhadrasana one, arms reach up. Take a long breath in. Cactus those arms. Peel back, open the chest. Engage through the glutes, square the hips. So much to remember. Take a breath, reach up. Hands interlace behind, humble warrior, hands draw down and back. As we let the arms float up, the head drop down. Keep squaring the left hip to the front edge of the mat, draw it back. Feet drawing in together, one more breath. And release, come up. Hands float to heart center. As we come forward, maybe come onto the ball of the back foot as you hook. Rotate round as much as you can. Breathe through. Feel twist. Keep on with your breath. Another deep breath in. Stay with the exhale. And release. Coming all the way up. Reach up nice and big. We reach forward and we float our back leg up. We find our warrior three, Virabhadrasana three. Lift through the inner thigh, straighten through both legs. Shine your heart. Arms can reach forward. They can rest on a block. They could be at heart center. Do what feels best for you. Take another long breath in. And then land back into your high lunge. Reach up nice and tall. And bring the hands together as we bend both knees. Turn towards the left, hook the right elbow, then straighten your back leg and rotate. Take one more breath. And release. Hands come to the floor. Step back into plank. Take a big breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Downward facing dog. High on the balls of the feet, knees bend, look to hands. Step or jump to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Half lift. And release. Bend the knees as much as you need for your belly to land on your thighs. Wrap your arms behind your legs if you can. If there's another arm position you prefer, go for it. But if you can, wrap here, let the head hang, lift the sit bones, have the belly on thighs. Breathe. Long breath, in and out. One more. And release the arms down. Half lift. Bottom sits back, Utkatasana. Sinking low. Set your eye gaze. Another breath in. Sink a bit lower. And then come up, big breath in. Hands come to heart center and pause. Lift the toes, spread them, anchor them down. Feel the touch of the hands on each other. The thumbs touching the center of your chest. Pause into that moment. Remember the pause, the breath, the space that we can create. So we take a breath in, we pause, we let the breath go. We pause. Your breath is always there. You can come back to it at any time. It can be your focus if things start to get a bit much. If you're in the traffic and someone's annoying you, notice your breath. If the computer's not doing what you want it to do, notice your breath. Be selective with what you engage with. Big breath in, reach up. Sink into your chair, Utkatasana. Palms come together. Let's turn towards our left. Hook the right elbow. Rotate around as much as you can. Knees and feet are either together or apart, but they're doing the same thing. So hooking, rotating. Take another breath. Stay here. One more breath. And release. Half lift. Find your chair, Utkatasana. Intense pose, fierce pose, many names this pose. Let's bring our hands again and revolve in our chair. Let's turn towards our right, hooking the left elbow. Fix your eye gaze on one spot. Try to become still like a mountain, but flow like a great river. Another breath in. Save the exhale. Big breath. And release. Half lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow. The flow is always optional. Lift your right leg long. Keep it long and straight. Then bend and open. Get that rotation in your spine. Even pressure on the hands. Long breath in. Float forward, touch. Right knee to right elbow, to left, to nose. Step through, find your warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. Back foot comes roughly a 90. Soften, eye gaze forward. Hips square to the long end of the mat. Reach, reverse your warrior. Peel back as much as you can. Take a big breath in. Windmill, land the front arm, extend the back, rotate up. You might stay here. You might wrap that top arm around behind. You might even wrap the bottom arm under. There's so many options in all of our poses. Just do what feels right for you. This feels good for me today. So this is where I'm going to stay. Take a big long breath in. and release it back. Keep the bind. Big breath in. Windmill, hands land. Take your flow. Left leg, lift it long. Bend and open. Long breath in. Left knee comes forward. It touches left. It touches right. It touches nose before stepping through, finding your warrior two. Soften, reach, reverse. Landing, extended side angle. Open up that top shoulder. Maybe you come to the half bind. Maybe you come to the full bind. Release round. Another breath. Keep the bind. Reverse your warrior. And windmill. Breath in before you lower. Breath out. Downward facing dog. Take a big long breath in. Come high on the balls of your feet. Look to hand, step or jump to the top of your mat. Half lift. Bottom sits back. Utkatasana. Hands float to heart center. Turn to your left. Hook your right elbow. Rotate as much as you can. Stay here or firmly ground in your left foot. As you start to lift your right, extend it back, open, unhook the right elbow, open the arms into Padavita Ardha Chandrasana, revolving, floating half moon. Extend that leg out long. Take 3 breaths. Long breath in, long breath out. Right hand can be on the floor or block or floating. 2 more breaths. 1 more. And then let's step in together. Half lift. That's fine. Utkatasana. Palms. Rotate. And maybe you stay here. Maybe you stay in the chair pose. Maybe you ground down in your right. You float your left leg back. Float the arms apart. And find your revolving, floating half moon here. 2 more breaths. Before stepping in, half lift. Hands float to heart center and pause. Take a breath in. Let it go. Ground down firmly in your left. Reach your arms up, reach your right leg up. I'll turn to face you. So stork pose. Kick facing the short end of your mat. Extend your right hand out like you're holding an imaginary wall. Maybe you are holding a wall. Left hand comes the outside of left leg. We rotate it across. Option to stay here, holding the outside of the knee, or fall like me. Or pistol grip like we did before. Pull the leg across. Getting that twist and release. 3 more breaths wherever you are. Slowly come back to center, back to stork. Wobble is allowed. Left hand holds the imaginary wall. Right hand brings the knee out. Same option, stay here. Or maybe pistol grip. Maybe you extend the leg forward. Maybe out to the side. Maybe you dance in and out like me. 3 more breaths. Stand tall. 2 more. Slowly come back and meet in standing. It is what it is, yeah? Take a big breath, arms reach up, ground through your right, lift your left, as long as you can laugh. Left hand holds the imaginary wall, or maybe the real wall. Right hand comes across. Wobbling is part of the class. So pulling a leg across, or maybe the pistol gripping of the big toe, or holding the outer blade of the foot as you pull the leg across. Stand tall. 2 more breaths. And slowly, when you're ready, unwind back. Right hand holds that wall, left hand pulls the leg out. Same option. Tongue out is important. Take it to where you can. Slowly come back and down at the top of our mat. Breath in. Swan dive. Half lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Downward facing dog. Pause. Right leg lift. Bend and open. Long breath. Right knee comes behind right wrist. We find our pigeon. Extend the left leg back. So our aim here is to get the right shin as parallel as we can to the front edge of the mat while trying to have the hips fairly square. I just rocked off to one side, but then we try and come up and have them fairly square. Props can be anything, so blankets, anything at all, that you might use to prop under the knee, under the right hip. If it's tricky to have the left leg long out behind, how I have, you could come here into what we call 90-90. Find what works best for you. Take a deep breath in, stay up. Now stay up, lie forward, or maybe catch the foot and pull it in. Maybe wrap the arms around. I'm going to lie forward. Let's find what works best for you and sink. Wherever you are, see if you can take 3 more deliberate in and out breaths. Remember the pause. Remember the celebration of the fact that you're trying. The celebration that you got up. The celebration that you are able to laugh at yourself as we take our final breath. And however you look in these poses. Let's tuck the toes of the back foot, lift up, step back to our downward facing dog. Remembering the laughter will bring in the playful feeling, and we want to be able to play through life like a playful puppy. Let's float our left leg up. Bend the knee and open the hip. Take a big long breath in. To float forward, left knee comes behind left wrist. And we walk our foot back. We find the shape that works best on this side. Now my sides are very different. I really have to drop off here on this side. I've got a tricky left knee, tricky right hip, but that's okay. We just adjust to suit ourselves and we're okay with that. And then find whether you're curling the back foot up, whether you're staying up, or whether you're coming forward, pardon me. And sink and be. Two more breaths here. And let it go. Gently come up. From here, we're going to sweep our back leg, our right leg round and bring it on top of our left. I will turn to face you. You can face any way you want. Bring your right leg up into a modified half lotus. So we'll sit evenly on our sit bones. You might have your right leg in front. It might be on the knee. You might be able to bring it up into the groin. If you've got full lotus, that comes down to a lot of things in your body. It's starting to rain. Hook the ankle to protect the knee. Sit nice and evenly. Reach up really big. Drop your left hand, reach over with your right, keeping both hips down. Eye gaze up to you. Eyes down, forward or turning up, whatever feels good in your neck. Take another breath. Sink into that bit more. And then gently, keeping the legs come round and over. A bit of a dramatic dance move. Big breath in, come up through the middle. Let's turn to the left. Right hand comes across and we turn. And release. Swapping the legs over. So find the best position. You could be different each side, as I said before. I certainly am. Find that position that works best for you. Take a deep breath in. So once we've been in that position, let's slowly release. Come around to sit on your bottom. Knees bent, and then gently and slowly roll back onto your back. Let yourself lie back, knees bent, feet flat. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Use your right hand to gently push the right knee out. Feel free to stay here or wrap the hands around the lower leg and pull up, flexing the ankles of both feet. Take a long breath in. Let it go. Unwind your legs. Swap to the other side, right foot down, left ankle goes over right knee, we push the left knee out. Slide the hands around your right leg, pull up. Take a long breath in. Let it go. Unwinding, placing both feet down, lifting your hips, sliding your hands underneath your lower back, resting your lower back down on your hands, extend your legs to the ceiling, Viparita Karani. Waterfall pose, this is a really nice grounding pose. If this is tricky to have your legs up, you can prop with something else other than hands. It could be a pillow, block, something higher, or have your legs against the wall, or even against the chair. You can have the knees bent like so, draped over a chair or the side of your bed. For elevating your legs, it's the heart rate slow, not work so hard. It's really grounding, rejuvenating. Close down your eyes and find the breath. Softening the hinge of your jaw, soften the space around your eyes, and let yourself sink and breathe. Come into your final 3 breaths here, knowing you can stay longer or leave sooner. And slowly, when you're ready, bring the legs down, lift the hips, lower them down, heel toe the feet to mat width, let the knees collapse into each other. Place a hand on your belly, a hand on your heart. Close down your eyes, find your breath. Breath in. Breath out. Feel the touch, feel the connection, the comfort and warmth from your touch. As you breathe, breathe into your belly, breathe into your lungs. Feel the hand move as the belly and lungs underneath move. Keep coming back to the focus of your breath. Gently lift the hand that's on the belly, place that on your head, the forehead area, your head, crown. Feel the touch and connection between these 3 areas. Come back to the pause. You can always come back to your breath. You can always pause. Pause, take a breath, and then decide. Lift the hand that's on your heart, place it on your belly. Hand that's on your head, place on your chest, your heart. The hand on your belly, place on your head. The hand on your heart, place on your belly. hand on your head, place on your heart. Both hands to your heart. Feel the connection, feel the love. The love that we should all have for ourselves. Both hands to belly, said to be your center. You're welcome to stay like this. You're welcome to extend your legs long. Have your hands by your side, on your belly, anywhere. Come to your Shavasana. Let your body sink into this space. The final pose, your Shavasana, your relaxation. Let yourself be still like a mountain, but feel the flow like a river of your breath. Breath in, breath out. Your body is your first home. Sometimes when I'm lying in my space after my practice, as I breathe in, I say, I arrive in my body. As I breathe out, I am home. Breath in, I arrive in my body. Breath out, I am home. Keep following the rhythm of your breath. Keep letting yourself sink right down into the space that you're in. Coming to be in this moment. Be the human being. Let yourself sink deeper and deeper into that human being. Being mindful. Mindfulness is focusing in on one thing. Letting yourself be mindful when you're eating, actually really enjoying each bite. Being mindful of what you're doing. Even mindfully watching something on TV rather than watching something, doing something on your phone and correcting the kids' homework. Being mindful of one thing. It's a way of befriending ourselves and our experience. And how about, in a world that's full of doing all the time, we take a moment to just breathe and to just be. Really notice your breath, deepen it, and then mindfully tune into each finger and thumb. Mindfully become aware of each toe. And then mindfully and playfully let those fingers and toes wriggle. Let them stretch. Reach your arms, reach your legs as big as you can. Take a big breath in and then let them soften down. Gently roll to one side, push yourself up to a seated position. Sit however you're comfortable, hands resting however you're comfortable. Lift the shoulders up, take them back and down, pause. The hands come together in front of your heart center. Lightly touch your thumbs to the center of your chest. Take a big, deliberate breath in. Sigh it out. A little poem I came across, or a little quote by Amit Ray. If you want to conquer the anxiety of life, live in the moment, live in the breath. So pause, breathe, and then be. If you're in a conversation, pause, breathe before responding. Take that moment. So we'll finish the practice with an Om. It's said to be the universal hymn. First sound in the universe. We'll do 2 deliberate in and out breaths, but as we let our second breath go, we'll let the sound come out with the Om as the rain gets heavy here. Let's go. Big breath in. Second breath. Namaste. Thank you for taking the time to join me on your mat today and let me be part of your journey. Hopefully, I see your